Welcome back to the channel. This video is all about anyone can sell the C personality edition. So this is a four-part series using the DISC personality reports and how you can learn to sell no matter what your style is, even if you don't like sales. I'm Jennifer Maxwell. If it's your first time here to this channel, I'm a personality expert on DISC, and I help uh, inspired, multi-passion entrepreneurs turn your natural skills and talents into something you can sell. So if you're trying to figure out your niche and your offer and your ideal client, we do all of that. But also when you get to the part where you actually have to sell something, well, this is where this conversation comes in. So welcome to Take 10 with Jen. So what we're going to look at today is quickly the DISC personality profiles here. So if you're not familiar with it, basically it's just four main archetypes and we're a blend of all four, but let me give you the quick breakdown if you've never heard this. So we have outgoing or reserved, task focused, or people focused. And let me tell the difference. Outgoing and reserved, either one is fine. We can be either. But the biggest conflict, 90% of the conflict happens between task focused and people focused people. Here's what I mean. Task focused people get up in the morning and they start a to-do list, and they're right at the top, to-do list, just so they have something to check off. And then you go through your day and you're kind of managing all the tasks, and people might be an interruption to your tasks. And then you go to bed at night and you're thinking about all the things you did. I did this, and that. Oh my gosh, I forgot that thing. And then you pick up your phone or whatever you have to do and make a note for the next day so that you can add it to your to-do list on the next day. If this is you and you're resonating, might be a really critical video for you to watch so that you can understand how to navigate the sales process. Now, if you are a people person, here's the difference. You get up every day and you're just looking forward to all the interactions. Maybe you're at the grocery store and you're like, oh my gosh, I love your hat. You think about all the funny memes, you're texting friends, you're sharing great energetic stories with people. And then when you go to bed at night, you're thinking about all the special interest stories that you may see on the news, like the Syrian family. They're refugees. They came, they opened up a restaurant. Maybe we should go support them. They're kind of local. So these are all the things that you think about. You're very people focused about the days and the hours that you spend. So that's the quick difference: task focused and people focused. Today, we're going to be talking about reserved and task focused. These are our cautious and compliant types. They are calculating, competent, conscientious, contemplative, and careful. And the probably the person you might think about in this category would be engineers, plastic surgeons, brain surgeons, pilots. Very high on details and data. The more information, the better. They just love it. And here's the challenge with this personality. First of all, they're our most compliant, which is great because we need them inside the team of all the people to make sure that we're actually doing the right thing, right? They're looking at the charts. They're like, no, we're not doing that. There's policies and procedures for a reason. And so the challenge comes when it comes to sales is that you might be overthinking things and you might get analysis paralysis. So let's talk about what you can do in a sales situation with typically the opposite personality. This is where you're going to have the most challenge. So if you're reserved and task focused, probably your opposite person is somebody who's outgoing and people focused, and they have a lot of energy. So this is what I want you to pay attention to. You just need to meet people where they're at. Whatever energy they show up with, you have to kind of match it on some level. So if you're dealing with somebody who's super outgoing and a lot of fun, they want you to be fun. And you might not be naturally. You're like, no, let's just get the data down and make a decision with our pros and cons list. But they're like, if it's no fun, we're not going to do it. So your job as the reserved type person is to bring your energy up just a little bit so that you can get enthusiastic about whatever it is you're talking about. And I also want you to know you need to keep the details down to a minimum. If you start to overwhelm your I personalities, they're not going to make a decision, and it's going to be too overwhelming, and then they won't proceed forward. So you kind of want to make sure that you can gather the data and make it into really kind of bite-sized pieces. What are the results that they're going to get by going with your product or service, right? That's really important. And how much fun they'll have doing it, and also as a result of. So maybe you're taking um, something off their plate. Like maybe you're going to be doing metrics for their social media um, channel, for example. Oh my goodness. If you can go work with the metrics that I'm going to help you with inside of your business, I'm going to pull all that data and tell you which videos are really doing well, the reach that you have, and you're going to have a lot more fun doing your videos. And I'm going to take all the details and data off your plate because I know you don't love that. Okay, well now I'm in because now you're going to make my life easier and my job more fun, and you're going to do the parts that I don't like. So this is just a really simple strategy to remember that your opposite person wants. They have different priorities than you do. So they want fun, recognition. They really want you to remember and talk about their dreams. You need to ask them about those things. So what matters to you here? What's the big dream? And oh my goodness, this is what I'm really looking for. And it's your job to listen carefully and then give them the information they need inside your product or service that suits what they are looking for. So on the back of my little chart here, it tells you all the things. So we're looking at the red part here, right? So fun, recognition, dreams, lifestyle, people, outgoing nature, energy, enthusiasm, stories, and success. If you can keep this part in mind for them and emphasize these things for them, you'll have their ear and they'll be able to make a decision moving forward. I want you to know that these people may make a decision quickly. So if they're like, okay, let's do it, you don't need to pull another spreadsheet. You just need to say, okay, let's get started. Let me help you. And then you tell them the next steps. I'll reach out to you with this email or with you'll get a copy. I'll send that to you, and then we'll proceed to the next part. That will be a face-to-face meeting or an online session or whatever it is for you, so they can really understand what the next steps are for them. So be clear, concise is what matters. I know that sometimes there's a great quote. Who said it? I don't even know who said it. A famous author said, I don't have time for brevity, basically. And that is sort of like, it's very difficult to bring down all of the details into concise sentences, strategies, and approaches that other people can understand. You love the data, you love the details. These people do not. So give them what they need in short, concise bite-sized pieces, and you will win them over when it comes to the things that they want. We're not here to manipulate people. We're just here to point out the things that they want using your products and services. So I hope that was valuable for you. You can take a DISC assessment. It's quite simple. You can get it online. I'll put a link in the description below. And you can just get it for as little as $12.95 USD. So you can find out where you land on the DISC personality chart. But even simpler than that, I have a free downloadable gift for you in the description. It is called Words That Convert. Nail the sale with just 2 questions. Go ahead and download that. Reply or post your comments below if this makes sense for you. If you're like, oh, this really could be valuable the next time in a conversation. Also, what I want to say when it comes to sales, if you don't like sales, and most reserved people don't, you want to consider other ways that will help you process the sales conversation. That might be something easier, like Facebook ads, things that are, or Instagram ads, things that are working for you so that you don't have to have all of that push marketing that needs to happen. So there are other ways to have those conversations. If you're not comfortable personally, you can find alternative methods, and then you can bring people into your corner and have those one-on-one conversations that you do really, really well at. So that's another takeaway for today. Thank you for joining me on Take 10 with Jen. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that now. Make sure you download the freebie, watch the next video, wherever it's going to be, that would be most helpful for you, and really just learn about your personality. Find your natural strengths, build the muscle in the areas that you're not strong in so that you can have a really well-rounded approach to business and life. Thanks for taking your time with me today. Subscribe, get the download below, and I'll see you the next time. Bye for now.